about it. You got to move, you got to move, you got to move, child, you got to move. Now when the Lord, yes, he gets ready, you gotta move. You gotta move. Now I'm not a singer, but I try my best, and what the guitar is doing basically, as you've heard, is really singing out. It's as if a woman was singing in the church. A simple tune, look at the tablature. All the fretted notes on that tab sheet are being played with the bottleneck. The trick is to have complete control over your bottleneck. 2 flat notes. You're just literally playing those fretted notes and you slide up and let it sing. So you got to... And you go back and you really have to get some rich vibrato. So let's try that first line. And nice little bass riffs there that give a nice contrast between the high part of the guitar and the low part. So let's do it again. Just stay there, and up here. Now that's a very important note. When you're in an open D tuning, sliding from the 3rd to the 5th fret of the 2nd string, oh, that's a rich sound and very, well, to me, mysterious. You could also slide up, back down, and back up. Listen to that. It really makes the guitar sing out. So let's do it from the top. All right. Again, that slide. Now, you heard when I performed at the beginning, I also transposed the melody onto the 4th string, the open D string as well. Same as the open 1st string, same note value, so we can go. Bring it high. All right, so that was You Got to Move. Let's progress now from playing single string lines to playing full bar chords. If we have that open D tuning, I strum, I have a D chord. If I take my bottleneck and I slide to the 5th fret, just like we did with the open G tuning, I have a full chord. In this case, it's a G chord. 7th fret gives me the A chord. And then I have a D chord when I go to the 12th fret. This is a rendition of Blind Willie McTell's Wake Up Mama. It's a very beautiful tune, and if you can, get the Yazoo record, or it's even on CD now, of Blind Willie McTell. You'll be quite enthralled by his playing and his singing. This has an alternating bass, so let's make sure we have a solid, committed alternating bass. Okay, let's take a look at this. Pretty simple stuff. We're going to be sliding our bottleneck up to the 12th fret. Now look at the tab. So I'm keeping that alternating bass nice and solid. Then we take the next line and we go to the 5th fret. Wake up, mama, that's what it's saying. Turn your damn down low. And then we have this lovely lick. Check the tab for that. Then we go up to the 7th fret, down to the 5th fret. Very important, note that. Put a lot of vibrato in it. And back to that melodic riff. Couple little tricks on this. Sometimes when I go up to the 7th fret, I then jump up to the 9th fret of the 2nd string. Back to the 5th. Again, another interesting riff. I'm just going up to the 7th fret of the 4th string and sliding back to the 5th. Opening it up, resolving it with the 3rd fret of the 4th. See how important it is to have control over that bottleneck by sliding up and getting the slide down, opening it up, stopping the sound, coming in with a raspy 3rd fret of the 4th string, and you're through. Okay, shall we try playing it together? Real slow. Get that bass going. Now up to the 7th fret. Let's try to pick up your tempo. So that was Wake Up Mama. Okie doke, now we're ready to get into the alternating bass and combining that with a very rapid melodic line. Blind Willie Johnson is perhaps the greatest exponent of bottleneck guitar. Now if you've not heard him, go out today, right this moment, and get the Yazoo record, Praise the Lord I'm Satisfied, which has some masterpieces of bottleneck slide. This tune is on that record. As the last record, you can get this even today in CD. Imagine old 78s in hi-fi technology on compact disc. Wonderful. God Moves on the Water. It's the story of the Titanic. I'm just going to play it on the guitar. And what this combines, and it's very interesting, is a very strong alternating bass, but this time with a single string melodic line. It's not like Wake Up Mama where we had a bar chords being played throughout the arrangement. Here we have a single line with this alternating bass. Have a listen. Now if you look at the tablature, all those notes that are being fretted are being played with your bottleneck. So perhaps the first thing you want to do is just get used to the positions. The next thing you want to do is make sure you have complete control over your bottleneck and be able to play those notes. So you have some notes that are going to be flat, ending up with some magic, what I call magic, the vibrato. See how important those notes are? You get up to the 7th fret and you're literally trying to talk with the guitar, so it slides back down to the 5th fret. Have a listen. I'll do it real slow for you. God moves, that's what it's saying, on the water. God moves on the water. God moves. People that run and pray. See how the guitar is really mimicking or imitating exactly what the voice will be singing. When you hear Blind Willie Johnson combine the vocal with the guitar, it's a powerful experience. As we are in this open D tuning, and the open D is very good for playing an alternating bass and getting a melody line on your high string, you can then alternate it, vary it, by playing that melody line on the 4th string. Obviously you can't keep your alternating bass, but now you can add it. So in context you could have something like this. Now this tune you can find also on record recorded by Mance Lipscomb as well as Fred McDowell. Now let's talk now a little bit about Fred McDowell. What he did, and he was a very interesting guitar player because he sort of bridged the 40s, the 30s with the 50s and 60s. He has a very pop sounding, at least to my ears, pop rock and roll sounding slide technique. If he was going to play an alternating bass, this is very interesting. If you would leave out, instead of going boom chick, leave out some of those booms. So you just have, see how it really accentuates that rhythm, the sound, that bass sound. Let me try to play a little bit of the version, the arrangement of Good Morning Little Schoolgirl by Fred McDowell. As interesting and what always happens with Fred McDowell arrangements, there's always a lovely riff. In this case, he's going to be placing that between each verse he's singing. So the straight way to play it, you could play the melody against this alternating bass. See how important that note is? You're sliding up and back down. So you're sliding up from the 3rd to the 5th. Back down to the 3rd fret, saying, good morning, little schoolgirl. Listen. Got it? It's literally singing. Now that's sort of difficult. You're going to be playing your melody line on the 2nd string, on the B string.